Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today I am in a different location. I'm actually sitting in my kitchen area right now. I'm currently at the bar stool area and the actual kitchen, so to speak, is like directly in front of me. And we are going to be cooking today, or I should say I'm going to be cooking today. You guys are going to be watching. So today's meal is provided by HelloFresh. I am a new subscriber, if you will, with HelloFresh, and I thought it would be a good idea to kind of do like a cook with me kind of video using my HelloFresh stuff, because I've been loving the meals that I've been getting from HelloFresh. Even prior to actually subscribing to it, I've had it plenty of times previous. And also, if you didn't know, HelloFresh does have an app that you can go onto and you can look at different recipes. And if you wanted to buy the ingredients in store yourself, you can definitely opt out of subscribing to their, what would you call it? Subscribing to their meal plans and just cooking the stuff for yourself. So I definitely have tried plenty of different recipes, and it just seems like they provide so many good, delicious food. So I think it was well worth the money to go ahead and subscribe to them and receive these meals. This definitely is going to be more of like a vlog style type video for the most part, just so I can just keep everything super simple, and I will walk you guys through the process of me cooking. Now, each HelloFresh meal does come with a big little postcard like this. I wouldn't necessarily call it a postcard, but a big piece of card like this, and it tells you what the meal is, how it's supposed to look. And it also tells you the ingredients that you're supposed to have in each bag, which I will show you guys in a minute. And then on the back, it has the instructions on what to do, as well as some other tips and things here, like the ingredients, the pans, and different utensils you'll need in your kitchen. And then it has a little something at the corner, typically like something to save time, or if it's something that you supposed to cook in the oven, but an alternative to that. Like, I cooked quesadillas the other day, and mind you, they were so bomb, but the recipe originally calls for it to be put in the oven at the end, but it also gave an alternative in the top corner of saying that I can just do it on the stove. So it has everything that you need. Like I said, all the ingredients are there in the bag, so that's great. Just like your basic things that every person should probably have in their kitchen, like salt, pepper, oil, those kind of things do not come in the HelloFresh meal kits, but again, things you should have in your kitchen. So without any more talking, we're just gonna get right into cooking and prepping this food so your girl can eat, because I am hungry. Okay, so every meal comes with a bag like this, a brown paper bag. Tells you what each meal is right on it, if you guys can see that. And I don't know if I told you yet, but we are cooking, I don't know how to say the first part of it, but cremini, something like that, and zucchini spaghetti. I'm hoping it's good. It looks delicious. I'll show you guys the picture one more time. So this is what the meal is actually supposed to look like at the end. Now I'm gonna open my bag up, and I'm just gonna make sure that I have all the ingredients that I need. So this recipe calls for a few different things. So I have mushrooms, and I have the meal plan where it's for 4 people. Even though there's only 2 of us eating, I did for 4 people because if we can eat one meal, will last us 2 dinners, if that makes sense. So I'll have double of everything, or most things. So I have 2 packs of mushrooms. I have 2 zucchinis. I have 2 onions. I also have 2 Parmesan cheeses, 2 tomatoes, a tomato paste packet, and this is 2 tablespoons. I also have chili flakes, 2 breads for the garlic bread, I'm assuming. Oh, I actually have more stuff underneath. 2 packs of the noodles. And lastly, so in actuality, I have 2 Italian seasonings, 2 garlic powders, and 1 chili flake. 2 veggie, I don't know what this is, veggie stock. And I do have another one of the tomato paste, so 2 tomato paste. Again, because I got for 4 people. If I would have just had for 2 people, it would have been one of all of these things. So those are the ingredients. Now we are just going to start cooking. So the first thing that we need to do is bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. We need to wash and dry all produce, trim and dice zucchini, dice mushrooms, dice tomatoes, and dice onion. So we have a lot of chopping up to do. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna chop up wash and clean the produce, and finally chop them up and get a pot to boil, because that's what takes the longest, is the noodles. So I'm gonna get out my pot right in here. And I think for this, I'm just gonna use my big pot. Set that down over there, and then I'm gonna wash my produce. Now that the water is boiling, I'm gonna add the pasta. Just gonna use scissors to do that. Definitely speed this up. I like to break my pasta and dump it in. I'll probably super messy, but it's okay. I'll pick up the pasta pieces in a second. So you guys just see me put the pasta in the pot. Now it's boiling. I will keep an eye on that and stir it occasionally, and I will dice up the onions in the meantime. That's the last thing I have to dice up. I'll probably just do it real quick off camera because there's a lot of chopping going on. But let me show you guys. I put them in little bowls. So this is the zucchini, this is the tomato, and this is the mushroom. So again, just have this left to do, and then when I'm done with this, we'll be back for the next step. Okay, so finally the onions are chopped. Here they are. So now that everything is chopped, no more chopping, we're gonna move on to the next step. So once the pasta is boiled, it says to reserve 2 cups pasta cooking water and then drain. So I'm going to probably use a spoon to get 2 cups. Let's see. I have to move you guys over. And boom. And then I'm gonna get my measuring cup. So this measuring cup goes up to 2 cups. So I'm just gonna use a spoon and put 2 cups of this water in here. Don't really know what this part is for. I haven't read further into the instructions, but but I'm interested to see. I think because the water is boiled and it has salt, it's gonna help with something. Probably to cook the veggies. So we're almost there. The proper way to measure something, especially liquid, is to set the measuring cup down and then look at it. And perfect, 2 cups, okay. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna drain my pasta. I have my strainer over here. I'm gonna stick that in there like that. Set that on a not hot stove. And then we're gonna see what the instructions say to do next. All right, step 3 is cook veggies. So meanwhile, heat a large drizzle of olive oil in a large pan over medium-high heat. So I'm gonna use this pot right here, or pan. And I'm gonna put a drizzle of olive oil. Again, olive oil doesn't come in the bag, so that's mine. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on in the pan over medium-high heat. So you just drizzle a little bit of this. And then add onions. And cook until lightly brown, 3 to 4 minutes. Then we're gonna add mushrooms and zucchini next together. And cook until lightly browned and slightly softened, another 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're gonna season with salt and pepper, which again doesn't come in there. So I'll grab my salt and then grab my pepper. Okay. So let's heat this up medium-high. Let that get a little warm. In the meantime, I will look at further instructions. Okay, oil's heated up, so now I'm gonna add my onion. I love the smell of onion when you cook it on the stove with some olive oil. Oh my gosh, it smells so tasty and yummy. Get all that in there, that's a lot. It's a lot of onion. So we also have a lot of pasta. And this is like the biggest pan that I have. Because it's so much onion, I am gonna add a little bit more olive oil. So our onion is slightly browned. So now I'm gonna add the mushrooms and zucchini. And I'm gonna cook these. Wow, I don't think this pan is going to be big enough. Hopefully this works. And I'm going to cook these for about 7 minutes. Set my timer until this gets slightly browned as well. Zucchini smells so good. Oh my goodness. I'm so hungry. Okay, so timer went off and it looks like everything's softening up, looks good. Now we have to add the tomato paste. So I'm gonna add both of these tomato pastes. And again, just gonna use my scissors, squeeze the paste out. Looks like solid ketchup. Do the same thing with the second one. And then we also have to add the Italian seasoning and 1.5 teaspoons of the garlic powder. So I'm gonna put both of these in here. Sprinkle this around. Same thing with this one. Maybe not all of this one. And then do the garlic powder. So this packet contains 1 teaspoon. So I'll put a whole packet of this one and half a teaspoon of the second. I have my little measuring cup right here. It's okay if a little extra gets there. Fine. Like that. Okay? Perfect. And now we have to cook, stir until thoroughly combined, 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll set my timer and stir this up. Alright, now we are going to add the stock, the veggie stock. 1.5 cup of the... Babe, you're interrupting. No, I didn't watch Vanderpump. So I'm gonna add the veggie stock and then 1.5 cup of the liquid that we set aside. Even though it told us to set aside 2 cups, you only need 1.5. So. Okay guys, so this is the finished result. It doesn't look exactly like the picture because I didn't mix the sauce with the spaghetti, but it was super yummy. Sorry I didn't show you the garlic bread. But I do want to say, if you guys are interested in ordering from HelloFresh, I will have my code down below and you guys can receive $20 off your first week.